dear friends, my dear gods, my dear masters. So every one of us, we know that the karma, the just the literal meaning of the karma is just the word literal meaning is action or a deed. So always we all know that the literal meaning of the word karma meaning is deed or action. But always try to remember the whatever this word the action always comes with the result also. Okay, so both will be combined. So always we have to understand that. Okay, so now friends, so when you try to think about the karma, we will be doing a lot of karmas, right? In every day-to-day life, many of us will be doing many of the karmas, maybe positive karmas, negative karmas, the mixed karmas, right? So likewise, and also we'll have some karmas which we bring from the past lives. So first of all, in many, in some of the religions, we believe that there's a reincarnation. In some of the religions, they don't believe in reincarnation at all. They'll be not knowing much about the reincarnation. But especially our Hindu way of philosophy, or the great Vedas and the all our Vedas scriptures, the great scriptures have clearly defined about the reincarnation and the karma theory and reincarnation. So both are very much connected, which we'll be trying to understand today in detailed way, friends. So now, so we born on the Earth planet. The first of all, we born on the Earth planet, maybe an infant soul, that the beginning soul, which comes from the infinite soul, that is from supreme power, that is from Paramatma. We born as infant soul at the first time, the first instant, right? So we'll be introduced into the life cycle. So this life cycle will continue. Till what extent it continues? It continues to the extent of liberation. That means you yourself will become a infinite soul. That is the last extent you need to travel. How many lives? Approximately 400 lives. Approximately 400 lives you have to keep traveling. From one life to other life, you have to keep traveling, my dear friends. So this is how you will be traveling throughout the life journeys. But as an infant soul, it starts working. It starts working with the Muladhara chakra, and it tries to do some activities, some deeds here and there, and it tries to learn slowly, like how your infant will start learning. When infant just born, he can't know everything, isn't it? So he'll be teaching, and then he goes to school. So teachers will be teaching, then to go to college, then go to university. So likewise, even as a physical body, as a human being on the Earth planet, right? So we, in a materialistic way also, this is the way we learn. We can't know everything at one instant itself. But similarly, a just born soul, which is called infant soul, after that, it grows to the next level. So by a child will grow to the kid grows to the youngster goes to the adult will grow to the next end is the old person. Likewise, the soul also will have all the growths. So the growth will be continuous. Okay. So the growth will first, it will be born as a infant soul, then goes to baby soul. After that, it goes to young soul to the matured soul to old soul to the transcendental soul. After transcendental soul, he became a infinite soul. This is how he traveled all through the lives of 400 lives. Okay. So now what I'm trying to say, bringing to the notice of you, very important is, other than the infant soul taken a birth the first time, all other souls, maybe baby soul, the old soul, matured soul, whichever the souls, right? They come to the Earth planet only the purpose of paying back their karmas, or the karmas which you have done, some mistakes they have done, right? Friends, so this karma theory is so essential that in order to purify us, for what? In order to purify our own, our own qualities, the inner qualities. Always remember, the soul, especially the soul, is pure consciousness. Okay, but it is also attached, or it also is got something called subconscious mind. Okay, so the mind, whatever the mind with which you are listening to me, I am teaching you, this is called conscious mind. Below that, sub version of that is subconscious mind. So the subconscious mind is nothing but a part of your soul only. It's a part of the soul. Always what it does is, it tries to remember all your experiences of this life, my dear friends. Whatever you do here on the Earth planet, you might have done many things, right? actions you might have done. You might have used the words, speech, so many deeds you have done, many karmas you might have done. Everything will be stored in the part of subconscious mind, right? So we used to hear in the our Puranas and all, there is a Chitragupta sitting in the top, in the hell and heaven. He is sitting there, and Yamadharmaraja is sitting. Both are sitting there, and then they are reviewing your karmas. They'll punish as per the karmas. They'll put you into the hell and fire and all these things. So this is the basic version we heard, but in fact that is not the thing. The actual thing is, as per the spirituality, what exactly happens is, whatever the life you are leading on the earth planet, your subconscious mind, which is very much within your physical body now, friends. So where is the mind actually? So everybody, we think that mind is in the brain. Actually, to speak, the mind is everywhere throughout the body. Okay, mind is nothing but a soul. When it comes into the body, it's a soul. When the soul comes into the body, it's called mind. When it just go out of the physical body, it's called soul. Okay, the soul is a bigger entity. So, for example, Paramatma means supreme intelligence, right? He has given individual soul. So the individual soul, what happens is, when it comes into the physical format, that means into the physical body, it enters. The moment it enters, it is called mind. Generally, we use this word mind means a collection of thoughts, right? All these things. But the other way of referring this mind is nothing but a consciousness, right? So that's why we call it as so mind is also having four parts, my dear friends. Mind is having four parts, not one part. Mind means the thinking mind, second one is intellect, third one is ego, fourth one is subconscious mind. So these four things are there in the part of mind itself. Okay, never ever confuse that. Mind means whatever I am using, whatever the thoughts, the collecting from the society, all the conditionings and parents, whatever they taught us, the school, whatever that, everything, the collection of all these thoughts, we call it as a constant mind, the constant thinking mind. It's called thinking mind. So other than that, what we have, intellect is there, then the ego is there, then the subconscious mind is there. Okay, that is called chitta. Okay, chitta means subconscious mind. So that's why what exactly the meaning is, the meaning of the yoga. Patanjali Maharshi himself told, what he told the definition. Yoga means yogaha chitta vritti nirodha. That's what he said. See, he mean to say that chitta vritti nirodha. That means the chitta, that is especially the subconscious mind, you have to empty that first, not that this conscious mind. Okay, so generally what we see, if you just close our eyes and sit in the just observation of the breath, this mind will become empty, no doubt. This mind will definitely become empty, my dear friends. So then what next? So does it mean that you have no birth next, or you came out of the reincarnation, or did you got enlightenment, or did you get self-realization? No, it is not that easy. So thing you need to understand is, whenever you do this yoga or meditation, dhyana, all these things, the essentiality, the prime goal or the ultimate aim of this meditation is to empty the subconscious mind. Whatever subconscious mind has stored, all all your life experiences. Which life? Not this life. All the past lives. Whatever, it may be 100, 200, depends upon your soul evolution, right? You might have taken hundreds of lives on this planet or any other planet in the universe. So all those experiences which are very much stored in your subconscious mind. So yoga ha chitta vritti nirodha. That means empty that mind, not this mind. This mind is already empty, right? What is there to do after that? You start like this and then observing the breath, then mind became empty. Does it mean that everything is evaporated? All your karmas are burned? Your karmas will not be burnt like that. So your all karmas will be burned. One way of burning the karmas is paying the karmas back. For example, I borrowed from you 100 rupees. I just pay 100 rupees back to you, then my karma is over. This is called paying karma. So how do we do that? So friends, what happens is, see, let's say one example you take, right? So one kid is born in one family, right? So after he born, so he is lovely child for everybody, parents and everybody, all these things, right? Slowly, when he is growing, what happens? So he may get diseases, or he may become a wrong child, isn't it? So though you give whatever the conditioning, whatever the education, whatever the good behavior, everything you teach, what will happen is, because of his past samskara, The past lives samskara, that is Purva Janma samskara. Because of that, what happens is his mind will be having a different way of thinking. Right? You observe many families, their parents are so good. Parents are so good, they used to teach him everything, but he don't learn. The reason being his soul evolution is lesser, right? His parents' soul evolution is higher, his evolution of soul is lesser, and then he has got lot of past negative karmas done. The same behavior, the same samskara is also in this life. Then what he does lot of bad things to their parents. He will spoil them. He will, he'll make the entire money to be lost. He get lot of blame from other people. He does all negative things, negative deeds in this life. Then what he is doing ultimately, he is giving some negative karma to these parents, isn't it? So when he's giving the negative karma to these parents, what will happen is the next life, these two parents itself will born as a child to this fellow. This fellow will be suffering inside. You know how this happens, you see, the reincarnation. The reincarnation itself is designed such a way, it is so meticulously designed, my dear friends. Nature has designed, or nature has provided the kind of punishment. The karma is nothing but the karma will punish everybody. It doesn't leave. It doesn't leave anybody. In this life, what he has done, that child, he has given a lot of suffering to these parents. So next life, what happened when he died and he born again? So what will happen to him? These two parents will born as a child, and then they give the equal and more than suffering to this same person. Again, he will go through that. So likewise, friends, what happened? Every one of us, we will be going through so many lives, so many experiences. Likewise, this is a continuous process, right? So that way, so we need to understand one thing is the karma. The karma is source of your birth, source of your birth. So whatever birth you are taking here, it means you have some karmas. Okay, you have some karmas which are pending, or you are a just born soul. You just came here, you started your journey of lives. Journey of lives. So that's the initial the just born soul, that's called infant soul. Otherwise, for all other souls, the whenever you are getting a rebirth, you are taking a rebirth on the earth planet or any other planet, means you have some karmas pending, which you need to pay them back, right? Whatever you have done negative karmas, and also if at all you have done a positive karmas, okay, the karmas are so many different types. As I mentioned you, positive karmas, negative karmas. You have done a negative karmas, you have to pay that back. So how do you pay back in this current life, my dear friends? There are 2-3 ways for that. One thing is whatever you have taken, whatever the karma you have done, so to that person you will be paying back. Somehow in this life you will be paying back, and then you come out of that karma. Okay, if you are able to know that. If you don't know what happened, definitely the same whatever the karma you have done with some other person, in this life somebody else will come do the same harm to you, and that karma, through that what happened, you will be paying back that karma. See, many times in our life we get pain, loss, and the defame, and also the kind of a dukkha, right? So the blame, all these things will come in everybody's life. But how do we treat them? We treat that, so like as if it is a kind of a disguise for you, or it's a kind of a bad blessing for you. But one thing you remember always, the nature is blessing you by giving all this pain and loss and the kind of a suffering and dukkha and blame. All this comes to you in order to what? It is giving you a chance to pay back the karma, whatever you have done it earlier life. But how do we take that these kind of situations? We take these situations so in a so pathetic way, and we convert them into the great suffering again. You got some suffering, now you convert that into great suffering. The reason is you take them as a very serious matter, and then what will happen? So you try to disturb everybody around you because you got some pain. Maybe, for example, you got fever within your body. What you are supposed to do? Do some patya, take a light food, right, and take some rest, isn't it? Take some rest, and maybe you take some a natural based medicine or whatever. It will go off. So how come the fever will go in a day or two if you give a proper rest? The reason why fever comes to your physical body, because you are not given a proper rest to that physical body. It want to improve your own immunity. That's why the fever comes and goes. But what will happen when fever comes to you? Then you make entire house to suffer. Okay, so you make a lot of the kind of the fuss out of it, and then you'll be making everybody to suffer. So this is how what happens whenever we get any kind of a negative results in our life. Negative things come and attack us in the form of the disappointment, suffering, loss, pain. All this the blame. Many kind of things will come to everybody, my dear friends. It doesn't leave anybody. So these things comes. You have to accept first. What you are supposed to do? Accept them. When you accept them, what happens? You will be paying back your karma successfully. So note this point very carefully from today, right? In your whole lifetime, okay? Never ever react. There's only the three things you must not do. Judge or not, do not comment, do not blame. At the same time, do not interfere in the other people's lives. These four things are so important. First one is do not judge, do not comment, do not blame, do not interfere in other people's lives. These four things, never ever do it, and never react to the situations which are happening to you. Just accept them and then see what is the solution, which is the better solution for that. For example, you got a fever, so you need to see the solution. Not like you are sitting and crying and making everybody to suffer. It doesn't work like that. Maybe you suppose you lost some in business. So when you lost in the business, what you are supposed to do? You need to learn from the mistakes and you need to correct them, and you need to find out the ways in order to do the new business, or the same business can be how it can be improved further. Not like in the house, you come to the house, you show all your frustration, anger, all your disappointment, all your dukkha, everything throwing on other people, all entire the children, wife, everybody to suffer. That is not the way. So if you do that, what will happen is, that means you are not accepting what has come to you. God has given to you that situation because He is making you the life on life. For example, in the friends, what happened in the initial lives? For example, when you are a baby soul, young soul, right, and the infant soul. When in these stages of the souls, when you just born from the supreme intelligence, you have no control upon you. You have no control upon you at all. You'll be doing a lot of negative karmas, and you'll be doing, you'll be living all those lives will be completely in a negative and positive mixture of everything, my dear friends. So that's how you gain so many negative karmas, of course some positive karmas also. So many times you observe on this earth planet, many good people will be suffering. They'll ask question, they go to the God and ask, so oh my God, I'm a good person, I never did any bad thing to anybody in this life. Still, I am suffering. My kids are not studying properly. They are torturing me, and also I'm getting a lot of losses here and there, and I'm getting a lot of blame from everybody. So why I'm suffering? I never did any mistakes to any other person in this lifetime. Then the answer is, actually the God is not going to give answer. So the answer what you have to understand is your past life karmas. God doesn't have any role in this matter, my dear friends. Who has got the role? Your own past life karmas. Your own past life karmas has got a highest role on deciding the current life. So all the past life karmas decide the present life. Whatever the karmas you do in this current life, that will design and decide the next life. That is the foundation. These karmas, the current karmas, are the foundation stones you are laying down for the next life. What kind of life you are going to lead? So that's why you have to be very careful. You have to be so aware of the karmas. What are the karmas? What karmas? Whatever you speak, whatever you think, whatever you do with the hands, right? With the hands and legs, whatever you do, that's called kaya karma. So chitta karma, that means with thinking you do, with the verbal karmas, walk karmas, all these things must be so purified, my dear friends. Only when it happens, this purification, only by doing meditation, sajana sangatya, swadhyaya, go like this. Spend in the spirituality. That means you have to start your spiritual journey from the childhood. That's the reason you have to start the spirituality from the childhood. So that this entire, your discipline, your attitude, everything will be so great and so miraculous. So that's what it is needed for this Earth planet now. Earth planet is suffering because of the lack of a lot of negative energies are there now on the earth planet, my dear friends. What are the negative energies? In a kind of a pure, so much violence is going on. So much violence, so much torture to the different animals and torture to the other fellow beings. So likewise, there are the big, the vast amount of negative energy is persisting on the earth planet right now. For that, people like us who practice positivity, who practice the miraculous thoughts, who practice the spirituality, all these people are very essential in order to contribute to the greater vibrations of the earth itself. It means you are doing a great seva even for the earth also, my dear friends. So that's how. So be careful about all these three karmas. One is talking, thinking, and doing. Okay, these three karmas, always try to purify them. So when you purify these things, what will happen is whatever you do in the current life, at least these karmas will be so pure, so positive, so miraculous. The next life, definitely you will be slowly, you come out of all these karmas, my dear friends. The first thing is any soul take a birth as a just born soul, as infant soul, or a baby soul, or a young soul, they are supposed to do the karmas. First thing here is we need to understand it looks a contradictory. At the same time, it is very essential also. So that's how to balance them also we need to understand. One is karma, one is akarma. What is karma, my dear friends? Karma means what? Doing action. Whatever you do on this earth planet. I told these three type of karmas, right? So with which you are operating, right? These are classified as karmas. But at the same time, so we should say that these are actually not karmas. These are the not actual karmas. The actual karma is actually doing nothing. Doing nothing means meditation. Meditation is the actual karma. There's something called akarmas and sakarmas. Which is sakarma? Which is akarma? That means whatever we do in a day-to-day life, they are all akarmas. What is sakarma is? Sakarma means doing nothing, sitting in silence, sitting in meditation. This is called sakarma. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Sri Krishna says, always you must do 50% sakarmas, 50% akarmas. In the entire life, my dear friends, you need to balance them. You're always keep on doing the materialistic karmas, then let me tell you, you have no time to pay back the karmas, isn't it? So you got a lot of previous karmas, and you are doing again some karmas here. Then where is the time for you to pay back all the previous karmas? Because you are completely engaged in the present day life. That means in the materialistic life, you are completely engaged. So when you are completely engaged, what happens? You have no time. You are not giving any time to yourself in order to purify the old karmas. Then this present karmas also you will again piling up. So then what happens? This becomes a big bag of karmas when you go to the next life. There you have to again suffer. So this is how what happened? You will be increasing number of lives. Of course, there is no mistake in doing this also. It's all about experience for a particular soul. But there is always a chance for everybody, for every soul, which is just born soul, if you want to become an infinite soul, there is always a chance that you can reduce number of karma, number of lives, my dear friends. Number of lives you can definitely reduce. How you can reduce? By reducing the number of karmas, by paying back all your old karmas. All old karmas, how can you pay? There are several ways. Okay, the first way is just paying back that karma. That means you borrowed 100 rupees, you just paid back the 100 rupees. Right? That means, so somebody you have done hurting somebody in the previous life. This life, somebody out of blue moon come and hurt you, isn't it? And other thing, you always remember one thing. For example, you and me in the previous life, I hurted you, or I beated you, or I have done a lot of physical violence on you, isn't it? I have done in the previous life. Next life when I come, so you as a person, you are a soul. You also come to the next life. I also come to the next life. In that life, even we are meeting each other, we are paying back the karma. That's okay. Even then, even otherwise, some other person in the place of that person, some other person also come back, and in the form of the different person, they come and they exchange they pay back the karmas each other. That is the arrangement which is done by nature. So here, there is the soul wise, nobody is different, my dear friends. All we are different. When the soul come into the physical body, we look different, we think different, we act different. The reason is the soul entered into the each and every physical body for her own experiences. Why the soul entered into the physical body? For our own experiences. What to experience as a human being? It want to experience the entire world. Let's say Earth planet. There are so many things to experience, isn't it? You can create something, you can do something, or you can play, you can learn the music, or you can sing, or you can become a poet, you can become a great dancer. So many things are there. To do all these things, what you need? You need something called soul. A soul, that soul which enters into this physical body, that becomes something called a mind. Okay, so the mind what we have is nothing but a soul. Soul exists everywhere. Soul exists in you also. So likewise, friends, what happens is the soul wise, when if you consider all the souls has got, they are equal. There are no superior or inferior soul, my dear friends. Only thing is junior and senior. Right? Some souls are just evolving. Some souls are already evolved. Right? But there is no differentiation. There is no inequality, my dear friends. All are same. All are similar. Only thing is more learning, less learning. So that's what it is. Okay. So that's how what happened is, especially, so this paying back karma is such a way arranged. So the karma what you have done, some negative karma you have done to one X person, the next life you will be paying back that karma some Z person. The different person will come, and so you will be able to resolve that karma. That means you will be paying back to that person. So that's also okay. It also get neutralized. Okay, this is one of the equation. The second equation is, so there is one more thing in Bhagavad Gita we discuss. Bhagavad Gita. So Vedavyasa was very well written. So the Jnanagni Dagda Karmani, Jnanagni Dagda Karmani is also another way of paying back your karmas, my dear friends. How come it happens? When you learn meditation, when you do a lot of sadhana, when you get more and more wisdom, what will happen is you realized that this happens in the last stages. What happened when matured soul, or after matured soul, old soul, then transcendental soul, infinite soul. These three souls at this level of evolution, only you get a complete wisdom. What that wisdom? The wisdom is self-realization. What is the what is the meaning of self-realization? You understood what you are. You realized what you are. What you realize? You realize that I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not this intellect, I am way beyond all these things. I come here as I am a spiritual being. I entered into this human being for the human experiences, for the physical experiences. I came here. Some one or other day I depart. I am existing. I am eternally existing. I have no death. I have no destruction. With water, with the fire, with the wind. I will not be touched by anybody. I'm an eternal material. I'm a eternal present, constant material in this universe. When you get this realization, this is called enlightenment. This is called self-realization. So when this happens, what happens? You are liberated from this physical body. You are liberated from the cycle of birth and death. That means there is no reincarnation. See how it is. So by paying back the karmas, right? So that what will happen when you become a gnani or a vijnani, then you don't need to, you are not going to attempt any more karmas. Whatever the old karmas are there, so more or less all the karmas are wiped out. The reason being, friends, what happens is, see, so when you play any game, isn't it? When you play any game or education you take. So when you studied one particular class and you passed out, then what happened? You'll be promoted to the next class. The reason is you have passed the first class, the previous standard, then you are allowed to go to next standard. Similarly, here also, so now what happened on the Earth planet, whatever all lessons we learned, right? All the different karmas and different lives you have done, and we also experienced everything, isn't it? Everything we have seen, we became a matured and we became an old soul. So in that means what happened? Then you have no further business to come back to the Earth planet. There is no further business. You have something else to do in the different, maybe in the different planet, in the different, the star system, galaxy system, but you have nothing to do on the Earth planet because you have learned everything. right? You have seen everything. You have seen money, you have seen wealth, you have seen, the everything, all the things you're just, experienced everything. Now you came to understanding that, so this is all impermanent. There's nothing in that. What exactly is, I'm the true form. What is the true form of me? I realized myself. Who am I? I already came to know. Then I have nothing to do here. Then you went into silence. You went into meditation. In the final stage of life, what everybody will do? In the final stage, when the final stages of lives comes to the existence, like means one soul evolved from the baby soul, infant soul, baby soul, young soul, and then old soul, then the mature soul, then comes to old soul. What happens? You get in a highest maturity, then you are not going to attempt any more karmas. You went into the Anahata Chakra. What happens? You went into Mauna. Visuddha Chakra. What happened? You went into the selfless service. You keep doing so much service to everybody. It means, so by doing lot of service, what happened, friends? Here also there's another way. The one way is paying back the karmas I told you. So you have hurted somebody, somebody else, third person will come and hurt you. By that way, you are paying back karma. That is the natural arrangement of a existence. The second way is, suppose you have got a lot of karmas, the baggage of karmas previous, you want to get out of all those karmas. So what will happen? So how do you do that? What you do is, for example, so you have to go and serve the needy people. You have to keep on serving the needy people, like Mother Teresa, Mahatma Gandhi, so many other people, so many great souls, they have done that. They are particularly belong to the Vishuddha Chakra. The Vishuddha Chakra is what? So doing the lot of humanitarian service to all the fellow beings and all other life beings. Such a way, you pay back lot of karmas. You neutralize all your karmas by the time you cross this, right? You cross this, then you are entering into the Agna Chakra, right? This is Agna Chakra. So that means you are entering into the tapassu. You are entering into the meditation. When you come into this, first of all, here itself silence is there. Anahata Chakra, there are a lot of silence, not much new karmas. And then comes to the Visuddha Chakra. You are throwing out all the karmas by neutralizing them, by doing great service. Everybody does. Every soul will do this in one life or other life. You don't know. Maybe you are not doing right now. You may be doing next life. There's nothing, particular pattern for everybody. Every soul will have their own life journey. They may be doing in one life or other life. The guarantee, they definitely you have to do this, friends. Without failure, without doubt, you have to do this. Then what will happen? Is the chakra, we throw out all the karmas, then we are purified. Visuddha, Suddhi, Vishesha Suddhi. That means complete purification happened. Now no more karmas. Now I can travel upwards. I can travel upwards. Then I can instill here, complete my tapassu. That means through meditation. That means through a breath, or through when the breath, when you are observing the breath, this itself, you see, our nose itself is a pyramid. The whatever it is going in, coming out, that breath we keep observing and then enter into the silence. Then we forget the breath also. Then what will happen? You went into the highest silence, complete sunyasthiti. That is called turiya sthiti, samadhi sthiti. Everything will come, my dear friends. That means when you are going up, there is no further business, my dear friends. They are not worried about so material things, money, like sex or no other things. They are not connected to anything at all. They are living in higher vibrations. Right from here, when they are traveling up, right, all the vibrations are higher vibrations, high frequency vibrations. So they'll be living like they will be living like a god. They'll be living with a godly consciousness. They are in the pure consciousness state. Okay, so that's how all the karmas will be wiped out by this time. From here upwards, there are no more karmas. Then what will happen? You get complete self-realization by entering into the Sunya Sthiti, you entering into the Samadhi Sthiti. So then when you go into the deep meditation, then slowly you enter into the Samadhi Sthiti, that's called Samadhana Sthiti. So that is where you become a infinite soul. You become a enlightened soul. You become a liberated soul from the cycle of death and birth, my dear friends. So this how, so what you need to conduct your life. You need to conduct your life from life after life, slowly to come out of all these karmas. Okay, so that is why. So what is the message you have to take is, in this life, at least when you are doing meditation, others other than these people who are attended here. So there are many billions of people are there here. Billions of people are there on that planet. isn't it? So all these people, they may not be knowing, they may not be aware of this spiritual wisdom. So they may be doing one karma, then the equivalent to that, equivalent opposite to that, the result will come obviously. So what is the law of karma says? Law of karma is law of cause and effect. That means if you do some cause now, there is a effect equally. If not in this life, next life it comes and it will hit you, or it will give the good thing also. For example, I put a good cause in this life. That means I started a orphan center. I helped so many people, isn't it? So without expecting anything, then I did good karma now this life. So the fruit of this karma you may be experiencing in the next life, no doubt about it, right? Though you are in any kind of problems, any kind of thing, somebody else will come and help you. So that's how the law of karma will work always, my dear friends. The law of karma will work from every day, every one life to other life. It keep working only. So it doesn't leave you. Okay. So you do good karma, you enjoy the good fruits out of that, in the next life. So likewise, friends, what will happen is there's a law of cause and effect. That's called karma siddhanta. That's the law of karma. So by remembering this, what we need to do, we need to resort to do at least now being aware of having a higher spiritual wisdom and having practice of meditation regularly. All of you are doing here. So try to do only positive deeds and miraculous deeds and positive thinking, miraculous thinking, and positive words. Say positive words and miraculous words. Never ever use negative language, negative vibrations. Never ever give it to any other person and any other life being, my dear friends. Even to the environment, I'm telling you. Even to the environment. You keep throwing lot of negative thoughts into the environment. Okay? Which all these negative thoughts, what happens? All the negative vibrations collect together, they will be manifested somewhere else. In which format it will manifest? In the form of war, in the form of calamities, in the form of floods, in the form of the earthquakes. It will manifest, my dear friends. Okay. Similarly, so there are much more massacre is going on. The violence is going on Earth planet. So the lot of negative vibrations are coming from the animals also. From the animals also, huge negative vibrations are coming. All these negative vibrations put together, there is a cause, isn't it? We are putting a cause. We are sowing the seed, right? What Jesus Christ said, as you sow, so you reap. As you sow, so you reap. That's also part of the part of the karma siddhanta. It's a great karma siddhanta principle. What Jesus Christ told in Bhagavad Gita, in karma siddhanta, what it is told, and Jesus Christ told, all is one and the same. So what Jesus told is, as you sow, so you reap. What we are sowing, my dear friends, we are by killing animals, we are generating a lot of negative vibrations. These negative vibrations put together, it forms a big, the bundle of negative energy, and which will attract, which will manifest, which will attract, or it will get manifested into the great disaster to the humanity somewhere other place, right? Again, we'll be suffering with that because of that. It's a law of karma. It happens. You can't escape out of it. Only when you can escape is so when you started doing your activities or your deeds, thinking, talking, and doing all the things with the greatest amount of awareness. And also you need to do all your karmas with a niskama karma. What is niskama karma? That means I am doing my karma without expecting any result. Fruit is not mine, only deed is mine. Thinking and deciding the deed, so deciding the deed and doing the deed. That means doing karma, thinking about the karma. So whatever the karma you choose, right? You choose some karma. You accomplish it. Then you leave it to the nature. You never ever expect anything out of that. The returns you don't expect at all. That is called niskama karma. How do you karma, friends? So as we clearly understood now, if you do any karmas, any more negative karmas, or I will tell you, even if you do positive karmas, to the extent what we need to understand is, even if you do positive karmas, of course you will experience positive things, but you need a physical body to come back and experience that positive karma. Do you know this? That means you have done negative karma to experience that. You take a physical body, and again you will take a birth here, right? So the soul will come from one body to other body. It will keep traveling. So that's called negative karma. But what about positive karma? Even you do positive karma, what you need to supposed to do in order to experience the result of that particular positive karma, again you have to come back to the earth planet. You have to experience that positive karma also. Even miraculous, everything is same. But finally, what will happen is you have to become karmaless. That means you have to come out of the all this karmic cycle itself. Or you can say you should come out of the positive, negative, all the karmas. You should become karma free. You should come out of the karmic bondage itself. So that is called karmic relief. How a soul can get a karmic relief? When you get a karmic relief, what happens, my dear friends? You have no cycle of birth and death. You don't need to come here. You're finished. You already finished entire, your complete education is over on this earth planet. That's called soul education. Right? So what is that exactly? The two ways are there in order to come out of the karma cycle, that is cycle of birth and death. You don't need any reincarnation. Only the two steps are there. Number one, niskama karma. In this life, at least being aware of such a high spiritual wisdom and being aware of such high spiritual wisdom and practicing meditation regularly you are doing for so many days. Okay. And in the previous batches also you might have participated. So do only one thing, that is niskama karma. Follow the niskama karma. What is niskama karma? Do your work, perform your karma, do your deed, action, whatever it is, do it. And do not expect the fruits out of it. Even for now or whatever, you don't expect any fruits out of it. Fruits, you leave it to the nature. So when you don't expect any fruits out of the karma, what you do in this life, at least the current life karmas will be completely neutralized. You have no bondage from the current life karmas. Understood? So now that is for current life karmas. So how do we come out of the current life karmas without having any bondage? By doing niskama karma. Do karma, do not expect the fruits. That's all. Simple equation. Second, so this is for current life. What about the previous life karmas? What do we do with that? So for that, if you do more meditation, by doing more and more meditation, you receive a lot of cosmic energy. With that lot of energy, what will happen? So all the karmas are stored inside your etheric body. In your etheric body itself, lot of karmas are stored. You can cleanse all that etheric body. In the etheric body, whatever the karmas are stored as a patches, you can clean up all those things by doing more and more meditation. That is one way, my dear friends. Receiving a lot of cosmic energy, you will be able to wipe out so many karmas which are stored inside your physical body. In fact, they themselves become a diseases in your physical body if you don't attempt to do meditation. Okay, if you start attempting meditation, what happens? Those patches which are stored as a karmas of negative on the previous lives, they become diseases in one point of time. So to wipe out all that, you need a lot of cosmic energy. Do meditation regularly. The third one. So the third one, the third way of doing it is that, of course, by doing a lot of by receiving a lot of energy, by doing a lot of meditation, so you get a lot of cosmic energy. Along with that, what you get is you also get the intuition. It's called inner voice starts. That is the benefit of highest benefit of meditation, my dear friends. You don't. That's what we say. The whole universe is within you. Swami Vivekananda says. What is the meaning of it? It means if you keep doing meditation, not only getting cosmic energy, not only wiping out all your negative karmas, previous lives, but you also get a great guide, a great inner voice. That's called the intuition, the inner voice that starts happening from within you. It will give answers to every question of you. What to do, what not to do in this earth planet. Everything will be answered for you. So that is the greatness of the meditation. That is the one of the great fruit of the meditation, my dear friends. Okay, so understand this one. The other thing is what will happen is, friends. So with the more and more meditation, slowly what happens? You get a lot of astral experiences, third eye activation. With all these things, what you understood is finally you are not the physical body, you are not the mind, you are not the soul, you are not the intellect, you are the way beyond these things. And I am a pure soul conscious, I am a Atman, I am a Brahman. I'm a Brahman, I'm a Atman, I'm a pure soul consciousness. This is my true form. When you come to this realization, what will happen? All the negative karmas, whatever you did till that point of time, whatever you have done it, all will be wiped out, all will be burnt. That's called Jnanagni Dagda Karmani. This is the second way of coming out of this karmic bondage. Then once you become a karmic free person, once you are become karmaless, you come out of the karmic bondage, you come out of the karma cycle of death and birth, then you have no reincarnation further to this earth planet, my dear friends. Okay, so this is how we need to understand the reincarnation and the cycle of birth, and the reincarnation is cycle of birth and death with respect to the karmas, what we do, the karma and reincarnation, they are very much interconnected. They go hand in hand, my dear friends. Okay,